There are two big developments in the sex scandal, the sexual harassment scandal at Fox News. First of all, Roger Ailes has apparently been let go. He's gone. He's leaving, and I was told he's receiving $40 million. That's the rumor at the very least.
Yeah, like he's going to get his bonus this year, which is $22 million. Everything add up comes to $40 million.
An amazing amount of money for sexually harassing people.
Gabe Sherman, this is his piece. I read on CNN that, boy, I hope Gabe Sherman's right. He'll have the biggest scoop of his career, a suggestion that, to me, I thought maybe he isn't, but it turns out he nailed it. It's a huge scoop. So Drudge Report reported he was fired. NPR reported, had two sources, said he was out. Then Fox confirmed it to the Daily Beast that he was done, and then took it back.
Oh, took it back.
So Fox has taken it back, but
He's fired.
He's fired.
He knows he's fired.
They're working it out, but it
Yeah.
does sound like he's fired.
Now, this is, I think, the smaller of the two developments because we'd heard it so strongly rumored that he only had until August 1st to decide if he was going to leave or be thrown out.
$40 million makes that decision pretty
It makes
easy.
it a little bit sweeter, but we do have another development. Megyn Kelly is now a player in this case. We've been wondering this whole time, will she get involved? And apparently, according to two sources briefed on parent company 21st Century Fox's outside probe of Roger Ailes, led by Paul and Weiss, the New York-based law firm that we were talking about yesterday, Kelly has told investigators that Ailes made unwanted sexual advances towards her about 10 years ago when she was a young correspondent at Fox. Kelly, according to the sources, has described her harassment by Ailes in detail. And so we knew that there were people outside of those who had been individually named that were being talked to by the law office. We had wondered how far up it might go. It hasn't snagged Bill O'Reilly yet, but they did get Megyn Kelly, who is seen by many and has been stated by many as the future of Fox News. And she is now saying that he had also sexually harassed her. A few other small developments. I thought this was ironic. Ailes has received advice on strategy from Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani. That's one way to go, I guess.
Well, I mean, Donald Trump does have a lot of advice to give on sexual harassment and dealing with claims
That's
of
true.
it. Yeah.
I'm assuming he's given out a lot of settlements. There's the rumors as well. I think that you had been talking about this, that the law office that's looking into this has identified other settlements that Roger Ailes has already made in the past. So I did some research where I went back and I tried to find any references to sexual harassment from years ago with Roger Ailes. And there had been a book published in 2013 where they talked about some of the complaints by Fox employees about him making unsolicited compliments and things like that. I found reference to him yelling out that Kiran Chetri had to move her laptop because I can't see her legs. He was apparently pissed at former Fox host Catherine Creer because he didn't spend X number of dollars on a glass desk for her to wear pantsuits.
Jesus.
And I thought this was amazing, and it brings in Andrea
She was a
Tantaros.
judge, Catherine Creer.
A judge.
She'd been a judge.
Had some qualifications. So I'd wondered if Andrea Tantaros might be involved in this, and this is not as direct as Megyn Kelly or some of the others, but he apparently said, I've always wanted to do an ensemble concept talking about the five. He said, I wanted a Falstaff, and that's Bob Beckel. I need a leading man, and that's Eric Bolling, I guess. I need a serious lead, and that's Dana Perino. I need a court jester, and it's Greg Gutfeld. And I need the leg. That's Andrea Tantaros. And that he is quoted as saying. And that's from back in 2014.
So huge developments here are, number one, Megyn Kelly is telling Paul Weiss, the law firm, that yes, he did it to me 10 years ago. End of conversation. It's over. And we had been wondering why Megyn Kelly hadn't said anything yet. That's fascinating. Second development was they have other sources from Fox News.
Yeah.
So this is not just from the 1960s and when he was on the Michael Douglas show or he was working in politics and he was about to go to CNBC. And just once he dipped his toe back into those ugly waters with Gretchen Carlson. No, as we said on day one of this scandal, a person who does this does it all the time. And if they got away with it for decades, they're going to keep on doing it. So it turns out, according to these sources, he has done it many times, and there had already been settlements at Fox News with other female anchors. That means the Murdochs, or at least somebody in the organization, already knew.
Yeah.
Ann Coulter was being interviewed by the Huffington, your friend Ann Coulter, was being interviewed by Huffington Post when she heard the Megyn Kelly story. She said the same thing. She was like, oh, well, that's that. She also says every woman who has ever been employed by Fox has stories about Roger.
This is Ann Coulter?
Yeah.
Ann Coulter also criticized
long.
Megyn Kelly, saying, oh, very brave of you to come out at the end of this thing. I would argue we haven't even had the court case yet. This is not the end, but no, she was actually criticizing her in response
Also,
to
we don't
finally
know
coming out.
when Megyn Kelly gave this. She might have given
We don't
it
know.
a month and a half ago
might
or
have been,
whatever.
yeah.
Who knows?
And
A
Paul
month
Weiss
ago.
is representing Fox or representing?
Fox, the
Representing
company.
Fox.
So News Corp.
Right.
Yeah.
So, look, on day one, we said it would be much larger. On day one, we said Ailes would be gone. And at some point along the lines, I said, one of the ways that this is going to get smoothed over is they're going to say, look, this is what they do at almost every corporation, and certainly every media corporation. Now, Roger, you could play ball, in which case we let you take your golden parachute. Or if you want to fight this thing, well, then we're going to have to get into, bring our lawyers in.
Right.
And with $40 million on the line,
Yeah.
usually people play
Yeah.
ball.
Now,
And
let me-
that's a tactic
Well,
Roger
also, by
Ailes
the way,
has used in the past.
he's going to get
Yes.
38.5 million. I mean, his lawyer's going to get 38.5 million. He'll put a little bit in his pocket from
Yeah.
this. From
The real quick, so I don't have it wrong about Ann Coulter. You're right. She was super critical of Megyn Kelly, saying waiting until the last minute. According to Sherman, Kelly described Ailes harassing her when she was a legal correspondent, and that's when Coulter said, "That's it. Harassing her is illegal." Oh boy, I have better details than that from every woman who has ever been employed by Fox.
That's it. Oh, nice minimizing the sexual assault.
Yeah,
that
so
Megyn
actually,
Kelly
I
said.
just didn't
Yeah.
want to mischaracterize. It would appear Ann Coulter on Roger Ailes' side. Yeah, while acknowledging that it's probably
You'd
true.
hate to just mischaracterize Ann Coulter.
Yeah,
ever.
I'm sorry. I don't want to get that wrong.
So I want everybody to understand, it's not just about, hey, down goes Roger Ailes. This is the culture that has been at Fox News all this time. So those women knew, some of them did settlements. Executives knew, they participated in the settlements.
Yeah.
And remember, it's not just Roger Ailes. John mentioned Bill O'Reilly before. There was a sexual harassment case against him. They settled that suit. So the executives have allowed this to fester and fester
Yeah.
as these predators are sitting in there and led by the guy running the whole organization
Yeah.
of Fox News, preying on women year in, year out, saying, you either sleep with me or I ruin your career.
Yeah.
And they let him get away with this. And this is the news organization predicated on family values.
And one last point to the future, what's going to happen now that Roger Ailes is out? Is the entire culture going to change? Probably not. But there is one area.
I bet it does. I bet it changes pretty
I hope-
significantly.
I
I
don't
hope
think
that it
Ed
does, but
Henry's
in
going to
the-
get his job back now
Maybe.
from
In
his
the short
suspension.
term, though, I mean, it's not just people who've left Fox News, by the way. People who are still there now have split down the middle of some people accusing Roger Ailes of doing this and others defending him. Either women saying there's never anything like that, or you've got Geraldo today saying, oh, this is just a bunch of people talking dirt who don't like what Fox News is doing or trying to bring us down. Well, he might have to do a show with Megyn Kelly next week or tomorrow. And so they're going to have to continue to work together. Megyn Kelly's not the only one. God knows how many other hosts are currently unnamed but working at Fox News that are still going to be there when Roger Ailes is gone.
Yeah, that great crusading progressive Gretchen Carlson. trying to bring Fox down.
Look, they're all conservatives over there. So if you think that there's like some sort of secret liberal plot, no, they're all conservatives. He didn't give a damn that they were conservative women. He still saw them as women that he wanted to objectify, did objectify, sometimes sexually assaulted, if you believe the women who testified, who came out on the record against him, and for apparently dozens of women sexually harassed.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of guy he was, and that's the kind of guy he is. Roger Ailes, a world-class dirtbag, and I couldn't be happier that he's exposed as one.